Exercise 3.3, the first sum, third subdivision is a 2-mark sum. So given a polynomial, you have to find the zeros and also verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So the first step that you have to do is you have to find the zeros. So how will you find the zeros? Adukku vandu you assume that the given equation like this, p of x is equal to 6x squared minus 7x minus 3. Okay, now you have to solve for this equation. You have to first step, when I say find zeros, it means that you have in the value of x na inga potena எனக்கு இந்த equation 0 வரும். ஓகே அப்படினு பார்க்கணும். ஸோ அது கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம எக்ஸோட ரெண்டு வேல்யூஸ் என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் இல்லையா? So for that we are going to factorize it. So you would have learned the sum and product method of factorization in your earlier classes. So let's do that. Okay, so inga product enna, idiyum multiply பண்ணனும். 6 into minus 3 is minus 18 and sum is nothing but minus 7, right? Now I will write minus 18 as 9 into 2. Okay, 9 2s are 18, but I must get a minus 18 here, and when I add this 9 and 2 I must also get minus 7 here. Okay, அதனால நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன், negative sign 9 க்கு முன்னால போட போறேன். So that minus 9 into 2 gives me minus 18 and minus 9 plus 2, right? When I say minus 9 plus 2, it gives me minus 7. So let's write this equation using what we have found here, right? இப்போ இந்த equation எப்படி எழுதிருக்கோம்னா, இந்த 7x என்ற term minus 7x we have split it as minus 9x plus 2x. This is a very simple method and the safest method to find the values of x using the factorization method. So இப்போ இந்த equation I am going to take 3x common, so this becomes 2x minus 3, right? And in the rendu term I just take a plus 1 outside so that it becomes 2x minus 3. Always remember, in the sum and product method values kandupidikumbodhu within the brackets you will get the same components, right? So this becomes 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 3. Okay, so this equation can be written as like this. நீங்க தனியா மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி பாருங்க, உங்களுக்கு இதே ஈக்குவேஷன் தான் திரும்ப வரும், right? But let's proceed. If we take 3x plus 1 equal to 0, what will be the value of x, right? I'm taking this term here. So 3x is equal to minus 1. This plus 1, when it goes to the other side of the equal to sign, it becomes minus 1. It's always the practice to keep the unknowns on one side and the knowns on the other side. So the unknown here is x. So we have found that x is equal to 1 by 3. Likewise, you try doing it for 2x minus 3 equal to 0. This one here. So 2x, unknown எல்லாம் ஒரு பக்கம் வச்சுக்கிறேன், known இந்த பக்கம் கூட்டிட்டு போகும்போது it becomes plus 3. Therefore x is equal to 3 by 2. Right? Good. So what does this mean? It means that if I substitute x is equal to minus 1 by 3 or x is equal to 3 by 2 in this equation, my p of x is going to be 0, right? That's what it means. So you will write that the zeros of the given polynomial are minus 1 by 3 and 3 by 2. Okay, this is one part of the sum. Next part of the sum is you have to find the sum of the zeros. What is the sum of zeros? Sum of zeros is given by alpha plus beta. You can take this as alpha, right? And this as beta. Therefore, you get minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. The addition எப்படி பண்ணனும் தெரியுமா? Addition of fractions, right? Let's take the LCM. 3 க்கும் 2 க்கும் LCM is 6, right? So for this term over here it becomes 3 into 2 is 6, so I'm multiplying the numerator also by 2. and here it is 2 into 3 is 6, so I am multiplying the numerator also by 3. See, so this becomes 7 by 6. So this is your answer. The sum of the zeros is 7 by 6. So if you're already familiar with fraction addition, you might find this very trivial, but I'm explaining it for some students who might not be familiar with fractional addition or subtraction. Okay. Now product of zeros is the next thing that we have to find out. That is alpha into beta, right? Alpha here is minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. இது into இருக்கிறதுனால 3யும் 3யும் cancel பண்ணிடலாம். So the answer you get is minus 1 by 2. Right? And what is the basic relationship? You have found the sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Right? Next you have to find the basic relationships. You have to verify the basic relationship. So the other way of finding out the sum of zeros is using the formula minus b by a, where minus b is the coefficient of the x term, right? So it is minus 7 by 6. So it is there's already a minus here, so minus 7 by 6. So the pota ungalku 7 by 6 varudhu. And here also you had 7 by 6, here also you had 7 by 6. So it's verified. Now let's verify for the product of zeros. Product of zeros is c by a. What is the value of c? It is the constant term here, minus 3, right? Minus 3 by a order value is 6. So if you simplify it, you're going to get minus 1 by 2. So ingum product of zeros minus 1 by 2, ingum minus 1 by 2. So therefore you can mark these equations as say 1, 2, 3 and 4. So since 1 and 3 are the same and 2 and 4 are the same, you can say that the basic relationships are verified. So you have to remember the following in these kind of sums. Okay, you have this whole exercise which is similar to this. You can keep practicing those sums as well, and you can always mail me if you have a doubt, and I will send you a private video if you still don't understand. So what is it that you have to remember in these kind of sums? How do you find zeros? You have to factorize the given polynomial using the sum and product method and find the possible two values of x. Mark those values as alpha and beta. Now sum of zeros is alpha plus beta and product of zeros is alpha beta. This is easy panniruvinga. Another way to verify is sum of zeros is minus b by a. So if my given equation is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Then sum of zeros is minus b by a. Minus b is coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x squared. So and the formula vechi and product of zeros is c by a. In the rendu formula vechi you find the sum of zeros and product of zeros and ensure that you get the same answer and prove that the basic relationship has been verified. Suppose it is not equal, it means that the basic relationship is not verified. Okay.